Yuriy Zaremba, Ukrainian-American immigrant, raised in Kent since I was something like 2 years old. Currently, I'm a UX designer with Amazon, so professionally creative background.
Cultural connections.
Join us as we explore the diversity of Kent.
Why not me? Is what comes to mind, to quote Russell Wilson, but really just my community, which is the Ukrainian community and to a certain extent the larger Eastern European Slavic community, tends to be very quiet, and there's a lot of us here, but we tend to just kind of keep to ourselves and our own little sub-communities. So the city doesn't necessarily have, at least my impression of the city is, they don't necessarily have a great pulse, and I'm hoping to provide that pulse to the city, and I think the cultural board is one way I can do that. My hope is that the byproduct of this newly formed team will be that quality of life for my community increases in the next year or two, so that it's measurable, and on the flip side, the city is able to do that because of better communication, and they understand the needs of the tens of thousands of Ukrainian and Eastern European residents in the area. At the very least, I just want to be able to speak about stuff that matters to the city, to my community, and on the flip side, talk about stuff that matters right now to my community, to the city, that the city's most likely not hearing about right now because we just kind of talk amongst ourselves, complain about it, and assume that nothing will ever get done about it. I love the city because everyone in public service here is just super approachable. I haven't run into anyone that just gives me a cold shoulder, which has been fun, and it's made life a little more interesting, just being involved in city government to a very, very small extent. But yeah, I've had a great experience working with everyone here so far. I'm just here because I happen to already be engaged in these various groups. I mean, city government is actually, it's just a sub-community. It's a subset of people within the city that happen to work on the city, but at the end of the day, they're neighbors. Same thing goes for my community. It happens, I'm already kind of doing stuff on this side of things. I happen to already be doing stuff on this side of the fence. So it's just efficient, and it makes sense for me to just be like, hey, I'm okay with being the bridge for the various conversations that can happen if I'm there as a bridge. But that's not to say that I even should be the only one. I mean, there should be 10, 20 more of me out there doing the same thing. At the end of the day, it's just advocacy. It's just, here are some problems my community's facing, and on the flip side, here's the message that the city is trying to communicate to the community. If we had more and more people like that, I mean, that's good for the city. My hope is that the byproduct of this newly formed team will be that quality of life for my community increases in the next year or two, so that it's measurable, and on the flip side, the city is able to do that because of better communication, and they understand the needs of the tens of thousands of Ukrainian and Eastern European residents in the area. I feel like life's a lot more interesting when instead of thinking something's over your head, you just ask yourself, why not? Probably learn a couple things and meet some cool people along the way.